Hi guys, my name is Lisa and I've been taking creators from 0 to 6 figures a month. And today I just wanted to focus on chatting systems and to show you what a good chatting system looks like and how it works. So let me take you quickly over here. I just wanted to show you the creators that I've been working with, and you can see the conversion rates for the money here and the ratios between messages, the income we get from messages compared to the income we get from subs. This means that we even not triple, not double, not even like it makes 20x revenue from each sub that we have. So again, same thing here. There's only 6K in subs from subscriptions. However, in messages, we make it so that it's 20 more of the sub, if that makes sense. But the ratio is like that. You can see that messages should be the biggest income source for your OnlyFans. If it's not that, then there is a problem with that. So again, messages are supposed to be bringing you the most income from OF. And today I'm just going to show you how how I do it and how everything is working. If you didn't check out the latest video, the very first video is about my creator and the content part of how I took her from 290 followers to 40K followers on Instagram, and now she's making 30K on OnlyFans consistently. So if you want to check that out, but today again, I'm going to talk about the transformation on the OF and chatting side. See that she has 15.5K followers on OF. However, that means that every fourth person and follower on Instagram comes to our OF. Like 1 out of 4 is the OF sub as well, because she has 40K on Instagram at the moment, and on average it takes about 7 hours of watching content for someone to trust you, for someone to think that they like you, for someone to proceed with next steps. Hey, I kind of think like I want to talk to that girl, I kind of want to see what it's about, what she is. It just increases your chances of people actually listening to you when you say sub to my OF. So again, the content part is in another video, you can check that out. And I want to start with a welcome message. I like to keep it short and sweet. It's like a preview video to introduce creator and encourage fans to engage with us. It helps weed out early time wasters. So again, there's going to be people who just talk but never buy anything, and you don't really want to waste your time and effort and charters on that. But this video is supposed to be a welcoming message and supposed to be suggestive and sexy, but without showing too much for free, because you don't want to do that. You kind of just want to hook them on you and see. You want to make them curious about, hey, I want to find out more. I want to see more. I want to talk about the scripts. There's going to be 2 scripts that I want to talk about today. First one, this one is going to be for creators who do full nudity. And again, this feels more of like a video game, I would say. And think of that as different levels you have to hit to get to the treasure. I just want to emphasize that the goal is to manipulate fans into thinking that they are in a real relationship with creators, to create a parasocial relationship with the fans. Because males will project traits that they find desirable onto women, even if they don't exist in the first place. And they're fueled by creator content that portrays women as desirable and likable and approachable. And they distort perceptions of real life, allowing us to monetize the content that we're doing. And men rely heavily emotionally on you because they actually do think you are talking to them, that the girl is talking to them, that the girl's into them, because they don't know about these systems or anything. They just think it's the girl talking to them out of all of the other people. And they think they're important. They think they're one of a kind, and they're the GOAT, you know. They rely heavily on financial means to justify that relationship. And some of them even feel like they are the savior of the girl, and the girl needs her help, and they are there, the knight in the shining armors. If gone for too long with no response and just kind of ghosted, they do feel jealousy. They feel emotional connection to you, and they get upset because, you know, they think that they had something going on. And these parasocial relationships can be used as an escapism from the real life that they're struggling in. Maybe they are struggling to find people to connect to. Maybe they're struggling to talk to a girl in their life. And this leads them to have a detached life. Actually, in these relationships that we build feel more real to them. These relationships that they have in real life, they no longer fulfill their needs and perceptions of their imagined fairy tale relationship that they have with you, with the creator. And as men to continue invest financially, they will be more vulnerable to exploitation and spend more and more and more. Again, it's their fault, but their imagined relationships feel more real with you, with the creator. Sounds crazy, but that's how it is. And a good chatting system and strategy can make an online persona that feels more real than actual people in life and cause a one-sided relationship with a fan. This feels like a small little game. You start with a regular picture and then you move on to something a bit more spicier, but not so. You still keep it, kind of like nothing is showing, just feel more personal. Oh, I took this picture for you because I like you so much, just a small tease. And then once you go on and on, they chat and chat and chat, men get, invested and you kind of start moving down the ladder. I see it as a little games that you have to unlock this level to get on the next one. So at the end, they know they are waiting for a treasure. They're going to see more. And the winning things here is that I charge more and more and more each step. So if you think that one picture is 20, there's 7 of them. So that's going to make at least 140. And again, I don't charge the same amount for each picture. I upsell each picture moving on forward. And there's customs, for example. Customs, we can do 250 and up to 1,000 per just one picture or a custom that they request. The other one is applicable to creators who do not do full nudity. But it's same concept. It's moving down the ladder, showing a little bit more and more and more within your comfort level. The first picture is just a regular picture, just a cute photo of you, clothed and stuff. The other one is like a bit more tease, but still, and you move down and down and down again. These both are within a creator's comfort level, so they set their pictures and they create the pictures. But this is just to understand more how it works and how to make money from it. And I want to talk quickly about the IRAE system. The intrigue stage stands for the I, and it's where the fan is most curious about you. They kind of want to see what is going on. They are interested in you. So the rapport stage is where a fan starts seeing you as someone he can trust, as someone who is a real person. They see your content everywhere. They see that you're a real person, you're doing that and that, and why not talk to you, So the A stands for the attraction stage. It's where a fan starts feeling attracted to you, both sexually, romantically, either one, sometimes both. And a lot of men will see you as an escape from the real world. Maybe the expectations don't match his real desires and they project their desires, and most of the time they are unattainable. However, they value you so much and they're ready to spend your money on you because they do think you are perfect for them. The chatters pretend to be you and then they have real dialogue. They actually wonder what they do. They inquire about their life. They laugh at their stories and jokes. And the last E stands for enslavement stage. It's when a fan commits his entire life to you, including his money. So whether he's at work, he's going to be texting you when he gets back home from work. He texts you, "Hi, honey, I'm home. I miss you so much." And then you kind of get into spicy dialogue and stuff. So yeah, it is crazy, but this is how chatters turn relationships like building machines. And most importantly, they're the craziest manipulators you will ever see. I even have a whole system and a doc and a guideline for my chatters that when I train them, but it's a really long one. You get an idea. I don't want to spend too much time on looking through all of this. There's like 90 pages, but you kind of get an idea. There's some examples and stuff. So again, maybe for another video. But I just have some general don'ts of chattings. We don't talk about anything under 18. Like, for example, we don't talk about, when I was 16, blah, blah, blah. We don't do that. Just don't. And we never agree to meet a sub. Instead of saying, let's meet, it should be more like, let's arrange something one day. Would you ever do this with me? Don't ever give answers, because they are in parasocial relationships and they feel entitled to you. So We do not accept an agreement to take money outside of OF. That's just not how it's supposed to be, and it's really sketchy. And last one, we don't talk or make content about peer poopy. I hope you understand, you know why. Just too much, too crazy. One thing I want to talk about is we implement AI, and for example, it just takes a couple pieces of video to actually feed it to the AI and train how to make voice of the pilot, and then we are able to literally text anything and it produces it into a voice memo, and we can send it over. So it feels more personal and more real. I'm just gonna play it for you.
Hi, Mike. I hope you're doing well. I just wanted to wish you an amazing day. And I wanted to tell you that I miss you and I still think about our last night together. Hi, Mike.
Oops. Okay. So yeah, these just feel more real and more personal, and people think that they actually miss you and they're needed and they play an important role in Violet's life as well, in the creator's life. So it just builds onto the parasocial relationship that they have. I want to quickly talk about customs. We always upsell customs, and with add-ons like a little bit more spicy, extra spicy, and like lingerie, extra poses, extra photos, extra videos. And again, it depends on what the request is, and we ask creators if they're okay with that, and they do it. And the way I always emphasize customs is to make them fast within 24 to 48 hours, so the fan doesn't have to wait that long, and it feels more personal, like, oh, she also is into me. There's a term whale, and it refers to people who are big spenders, who spend a lot of money on you, and they love when we upsell on customs. They want to pay us more. They just like when girls use their money, and they feel like they are the shining armor knight, and they just are saving them. So again, our customs, we upsell them, and maybe we put a little bit less value to what you think it would be, and they feel obligated to tip us more. That's also another strategy. And we charge a lot for customs because it creates a relationships with the fan, like mentioned earlier. It feels personal, it feels real, it feels like the girl is actually listening. She's like, oh yeah, I'll do that for you because I like you so much. So it makes us a lot of money when we can negotiate on the custom price for the creator for the picture, and we charge $250 and up, even one grand per picture, per video, per set, per custom. And I like to use the super creator because it just helps me to keep track of the customers that we have. For example, for one of them, we can see how much they spend on average, the max spend, so we kind of can understand within what limit and range we can set the price to be for that person. So if the person is willing to spend much more, we are going to request how much more. And if the person is on the lower side, but it's still money, so we're gonna adjust to him. It helps us track how much certain fans are willing to spend and to maximize the earnings, the profits from each one. And you can see here and here, maximum spend, the average spend, and it also has the priority. We can see how much a fan spent in total, the 5K, 53, 370. They're marked as different levels, like hot and then urgent, so that it helps to see who's the hot lead, who should we concern ourselves with more and focus more on. We don't leave chats open for more than 1 or 2 minutes because our team works 24/7, and that's how you maximize profits. You can't just leave someone on red for 8 hours and then wonder where your money is. They are real people who think that you are real and you want to talk to them 24/7. We also use retargeting and like a follow back bot. There's expired fans and we just hit them up. There's bot, and a chance is that they're gonna, be wondering again, hey, like, why not? I'm here anyway. And they just send the follow-ups. And we also have bots who set a spending threshold, and bot keeps your page exclusive and clean from freeloaders who don't really spend or anything, just want to talk to you. So there's different ones, all fans. We just bring back expired fans with exclusive offers like, oh, it's reduced like 50% off this month, or free for this many people first, and it just increases your fan spending by return in the messaging. For new fans, we reuse old pictures, so we want to make profit off every piece of content that they've made. At new fans, I've never seen it. So we reuse the old content, or even just say hello. And we keep premium content for the later stage. And it's just more content for us to use later on. They talk to you every day. You cannot be reusing old pictures all the time. If it's a new person, you can go ahead and reuse the old thing and then gradually come to right now and present. And there's going to be fans who are spenders. We send premium content with their higher prices, and they are willing to spend that money on you. They are willing to spend a lot and pay you a lot for those special content and customs as well. Freeloaders, we just send them cheaper content from your maybe old batches, and some of them are not even going to spend anything. I want to quickly walk back here. I want to talk about the compounding effect. So in just 2 months, it's crazy how the brain cannot comprehend if one chat makes you like 20, 30, 50, 40, 40, 70, 80, doesn't feel like that much, but it adds up and to be total of 300, for example, for just one person in one chat. And there is going to be 11K of those. So you can kind of multiply and see where the money comes from. And it's crazy. And the real split should be that messages brings you the most money. Here we just 10x this revenue here, right here. Meaning that we don't just talk to a fan for their subscription and not make any money off them. The chatting should make a lot of money from fans. And this is a perfect example right here that I was talking about in the beginning. The messages are the highest drivers of revenue, and that's how it should. We 10x this revenue, we 20x this revenue, and that's how it should be. You get a flow with all of the followers combined. The results, we implement this with every single creator across all of our creators, and anyone can do the system and implement the system. I just wanted to talk about how anyone can do this. This is so possible if you understand it and you can do it well. You don't need a perfect creator. You don't need anything. You don't need to be, I don't know, like a star. This is just a strategy that can be implemented over and over again with anyone, and it works every single time. If you like to work with us, or if you're just struggling, just feel free to ask me a question. Feel free to DM me on my Instagram. And if you'd like to work with us, send us a text. We'll see if you're a good fit. And the chances are that if you watch this video that you are. So thank you so much, guys. I will see you soon.